This video is brought to you by 7Bet, a proper new bookie here in the UK. You get an early payout if your team goes 2 goals ahead, a quick bet builder to customise your bets, odds on players' cards, shots on goal, assists and other stats and acca boosts if you're going big. Easy to use, smooth to navigate. If you're having a go on Chelsea or any other football team, check out 7bet.co.uk. Link is in the description below. Scan the QR code. 18 plus only. Bet responsibly. Be gamble aware. Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. We're in Nottingham. We've just beaten Nottingham Forest 1-0. Scott, good to see you, mate. Yes. Back again. How was the seat, by the way?
It was fantastic. No, yeah, right behind the goal. It was really
it's a nice away in, isn't it?
Nottingham. Nice, to be fair. Nottingham, first time being here, but calm down a little bit, but I'm buzzing, man. Like, we're back in the Champions League. We're back where we deserve to be. Living in the penthouse, not living in the streets anymore. Living in the old one bedroom bungalow. And yeah, like, I don't know where to start. Like, there's so much I could say about this game, but it doesn't matter. All that mattered was the result, and we won. And like I said, we're back where we deserve to be. And you people out there that were waiting for Enzo and these players to fail and waiting us for not finishing the Champions League, delete your drafts. Delete your drafts.
I'm in trouble.
But no, this is what it is. We needed to do this, and I tell you what, the players stepped up in that second half, especially players, manager stepped up in that second half, and there's plenty to players to talk about. But no, like I said, back where we need to be, and like we deserve this after the shit that we've had to deal with the past couple of years.
Are we going to get a Champions League anthem from you as well?
Absolutely not a chance.
We can only try. We can only try. What I will say as well, mate, it's a bank holiday tomorrow. Fans were, it's not a bad kick-off time, 4 o'clock. It's doable, isn't it? It's doable. But realistically, for me, for everyone that I've spoken to, at least, nobody really knew what was going on. It was. We might get it, we might not. I'm feeling hopeful, but I don't really know what to expect.
No, 100%, and I think I was one of those people, and I'm glad I was wrong. Like, I'm happy to admit I was wrong. Didn't think we would get anything like this. Was weeks ago. I thought that we wouldn't get anything, but the players have turned it around. I mean, special shout out to like Caicedo, obviously, Cucurella, obviously, but even guys like Colwill massively stepped up. He lost me for a bit. There was a moment during the season where he lost me, wasn't really doing anything, was really bad, but he's won me back. Like this last, 5-6 game stretch, he has been immense, like just absolutely immense. And yeah, like him, even Tosin today, didn't think he started great, but aerially was dominant, got into the game. Reece James, just incredible seeing him back in the team, how good he is in this team. And yeah, like for something that we've criticised them so much for being because of how young they are. Because of how young they are, we've criticised mentality. That was on display today. From the manager, the players, everyone, mentality. And you saw it from the moment that second half started. Even moments in the first half, from the moment that second half started right to the final whistle and afterwards, the players coming over, the celebrations, Bowley getting involved, it was nuts. And you see how much they care. Like even players who I necessarily haven't been all the way in on this season, like Enzo Fernandez, loved him when he came in. It's been a bit hit and miss. Like last season was really bad. This season is mostly good, bit bad, but he cares. Like he shows that he bleeds blue. He would die for the badge. And at the end of the day, that's what we expect in terms of the minimum. And yeah, it was nice to see. And we go to the Champions League next season. We've got to, I know this has come up a lot, and I agree with what likes of Matt, Charlie, and that have said. We've got to recruit now. Like the owners, there's no no excuses. You can't say, we haven't got Champions League money, so it's got to be a Delap or a Garnacho, God forbid. It's Gyökeres, Osimhen, Rodrigo, these type of players. That's what we need. That's what we deserve. Because you can't be rocking up at the Bernabeu away with Tyreek George playing or Neto up front. That's not acceptable. I can't see Mark.
No Garnacho then.
No, I can't see Mark Hughes starting up front away at Barcelona. As funny as that would be, but away to Barcelona, I can't be seeing that. Going to the Parc des Princes with the likes of Tosin at the centre back, as good as he was today, or Gusto starting. That can't be happening. And I need to see. Robert Sanchez as well. I need to see the actual quality in this team. So I don't think we're going to win the Champions League, but go in there with a message of we're back. This is not the Chelsea of 2 years ago when we're finishing 12th. This is not the Chelsea of last season where it's chaos the whole season. This is the Chelsea of, Roman. Ultimately, even though we might not win it, even under Roman there were times we didn't win it, but we looked like we belonged in the Champions League. And that's what you need to get back to. And then now they've done the first step. in the top 4. Next step is win a trophy. It might be Conference League, but you win that on Wednesday. The next step after that is show you deserve to be in the Champions League. Don't go out of the group stage. Don't do a United or whatever. Like, show you belong in there. And if we get the players, then we'll show that. Like, I have no doubt in my mind, because the manager has shown he can get something out of these players. The mentality is shifting. The players show they can step up, and when the moment needs, obviously there's times they need to do it all across the season, but when the moment arises, they've shown they can step up. And hey, if we continue like this, like I said, if the recruitment is right, then there's no reason why we can't keep progressing, especially like with the way we're going at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the only way is up. I mean, it's hard to look at the season now, knowing that we've achieved our targets, and it's hard to criticise results, because we got the result, we got the end goal. We had a little bit of help, even if we would have dropped points from Newcastle and Villa, but we still fulfilled our side. We beat Forest, we got the 3 points. Winning the Conference League, I mean, what would you rank that out of 10 as a season? And are you satisfied? Do you feel like that is where we need to be? And then how do we progress from that? I know we've obviously spoken about signings.
100%. I'd say in terms of a season, I'd say it's all relative, right? I'd say it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 season in terms of what we expected us to achieve, because it was top 4, and by the way, it's top 4. You can't even say the 5th thing, oh, we got in on a technicality. No, we are 4th. We got in the Champions League deservedly. So we got top 4. We hopefully win the Conference League. That's expectation. The only thing that you could have done extra to make it like a 10 out of 10 was, well, number 1 is overachieve if you finish 2nd or something like that, or win a domestic cup. But we kind of threw that away early. But yeah, in terms of expectations, like a 9, 8 or a 9, but we obviously, Chelsea does demand more. But you have to like judge it based on where you're at as a club. And ultimately, like I said, at the moment it was top 4 was the minimum. Conference League is a minimum, just for pride's sake more than anything, and just for that trophy feel. And then like I said, next season is where we need to go. Cool, title challenge. Show you deserve to be in the Champions League. That's what Chelsea is.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thanks so much. Pleasure.